I know that's what you want, really. Okay, the two of them are out, ready for the trailer tomorrow. Done. Yes, I know the bikes are the wrong way around, but they'll go in the garage tonight. It's Thursday, the 24th of April, and we'll be leaving first thing in the morning, Friday 25th. The ground opens at 11 AM tomorrow morning to begin setup, so I'm going to be there pretty sharpish and get a decent spot. Van's loaded up with polishing tools, info boards, banners. Just got some literature to put together. I've got to put the spare wheel for the trailer in, but we're all good. Back in the morning. Friday the 25th, about 12:30 in the afternoon. The showground was open at 11 for setup, but we're here. I've got to take a bit of a clip at home once I'd loaded the bikes up, but there you go. You can see how I do it. Strap at the front, side, and then the middle. And we were jogging along at 60, no problem. Bouncing around a bit. All good. Right, unload time. Nah, it's not. He's not a man. Three o'clock on Friday afternoon. General setup well underway, actually, including up on the balcony. So this is the main hall. To the back of me, just over there, is the main entrance to the hall, and then as you come in and to the right, BSA Owners Club is here, just setting up at the moment. Just ridden the A70 in. First time that's been run since Founders Day. Right. For some reason they've got these big screens up between the each display this year. Don't know whether I like that or not. And then up on the balcony, I've already taken the Rocket 3 up there because the Trident Rocket 3 Owners Club is up the top there. There's a sort of square display area off to the left, on the back of the balcony there. That's where the Rocket 3 is. I'll bring you some pics of that in a mo. Quarter to 5, putting the finishing touches together for the BSA owners. Looks to be a bit cramped, but it's all right actually. We're going to have a centre aisle down here to let the punters in. Just putting up the final posters. There's the A70. I will do a separate walk round during the show over the next couple of days. Still plenty of time yet for people to come in. I think some of the traders and some of the club stands will be coming in after they leave work, so I think the place is open until 8 o'clock, so I'm sure it'll be busy later. Back later. 6:15 in the evening on the Friday, and there we are, all done. BSA Owners Club stand. And we've done it so you can walk in. Got a good lot of posters, banners and stuff to promote the clubs and the members' bikes. And there we go. Back tomorrow morning, and first of all though, we'll go up and see Trident Rocket 3 Owners Club. Still plenty of activity going on with setup, etc. Still people to come yet. Which club's this gonna be? Specialist Vehicle Insurance, so they may be not coming until tomorrow morning. Anyway, so we'll go upstairs now at the balcony at the top there to the Trident Rocket 3 Owners Club, as the last bike has just arrived. And there we are, finished article on the Trident Rocket 3 Owners Club stand, with the centerpieces being the cutaway motor and Son of Sam. There's the old girl. 2150. Part 1 Rocket 3. Rod North Rocket 3. Oh, now this I recognise. That's Martin, the late Martin Russell's parallelogram racer. Yeah, so I saw that out at Cadwell Park when I think Tim Woolley raced it. That was a few years ago, not that long ago. Yeah, being displayed by Martin's wife, Kate. Right, there we go. Yeah, nice selection of the triples. Right. Now we can have a bit of rest, a bit of food. Back in the morning. I've just realised that that clip didn't show you the include the big banner at the top there, which sort of finishes it off. There you go. That's a better shot of the whole stand. Right, it should look quite good actually, with a bit of light coming in the window at the back tomorrow. Let's hope the sun shines. Here we go, 6:30 on Friday, just a final view before the hall's locked at 7 o'clock, so few spaces left yet, but they'll fill out in the morning. I think trade can come in at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning before the main show opens at 10. So from here, the BSA Owners Club stand is over there. And the Trident Rocket 3 Owners Club up on the balcony here. It's there, behind there. Right, we're off. Oh yeah, dinner time.
When we run out camping weekend, Peter's wife does hot pot.
Saturday morning, 26th, just after 8 o'clock. It's all a bit quiet. Enjoy your brekkie, Pete.
Sorry?
Enjoy your brekkie.
knew this was going to happen.
Follow that aerial 3. It's waking up.
Engineering price.
That's an important piece of kit for us old buggers. This is Yeoman's stand, always here in the corner, outside. I bought the A70 from Yeoman's. It was a bloody wreck, but that's how they brought it in. Right, hall should be open, so we'll pop in. Time now is 8:30 in the morning. The general entry, general admission doesn't begin until 10 o'clock. At one end of the main hall is this annex hall, and that's quite busy this year with clubs rather than trade stands. from the back of the hall. And again, another sort of annex down here. Again, more clubs than trade stands. Definitely less trade stands indoors these days. On the VMCC stand, we've seen this bike before at, where was it? Spalding. I've got to ask about that and see if it is John Cooper's works bike. Wowee. Vincent HRD Club, there's a Series A. Oh, lust after one of those. And there's a Series D. Right, we're at the outside at the other end of the main hall. There's the end of the main hall. And there's the entrance down there. As you can see, this is a car park. This is going to be the bike park. But I've noticed as well, for the first time, I think, they've opened up this pavilion here, which is the competition hall, which I've not seen before. So let's have a quick mosey in there. Well, there you go. Another small hall, which I've not seen before. So I'll have a quick mosey round to see if there's anything interesting other than that lovely little cub there. Well, this row here looks like Trials bike, nothing extra special. And this is just what appears to be a T20 cub in Trials trim. Nice looking little bike, but I don't approve of, personally, of some of the things like those rocker box covers. I don't think they suit it at all, really. They're tidy though, and it's a nice job. Super little bike. Nice touch on a noddy bike. Don't know why that's in the competition hall. Anyway, there's lots of more Beamish Trials. There's the other end of the other Trials row. 3 or 4 cubs. Historic Racing 50 Club, and then some plastic rockets, which don't turn me on at all, really. What's that over there? Aerial. There's the bike park, and over at the back there is the other end of the Auto Jumbles and Trade stand, and then you've got the Wall of Death tent there, I think. Bikes are rolling in, and it's about, say, 10 o'clock, and I think the star guest is Henry Cole is on the stage now, but there's one other person as well who they won't name, so let's go and have a look and see who this interesting person is. See what Henry Cole's got to say for himself.
I need to go to, you know that, well, you don't probably, I don't know.
I do, because I
do?
would certainly have had to go to the loo at least twice during that 5 hours.
Exactly, yeah, I would have done, but there isn't one, so you've got to hold on. Anyway, so I'm lying on the bike, right?
Well, that's Henry Cole, whom I've never sort of listened to or met really before. and he's talking about at the moment some activity stroke event on Bourneville Salt Flats with Sammy Miller and Alan Cathcart, so it's the usual sort of loving really. There's a gentleman there with him who I don't recognise, and I'll try and find out who that is. I believe he's an Irish gentleman. There you go, from the balcony. So there's Henry. I'm trying to find out who this gent is, who they wouldn't name before. Give me a sec. I've been asking around up here and nobody seems to know who he is. Somebody said Sammy Miller. Well, that ain't Sammy Miller.
That's Sammy Miller, isn't it?
No, is it? No, somebody else said it's Sammy Miller. No, definitely not. Oh dear. Anyway, I've asked a few people and nobody cares. Right, at the other end of the main hall, through that little corridor there, is this hall, which the BSA Owners Club were in last October, and it's more to do with trade stalls these days, although there are 1 or 2 clubs in here too, so we'll have a quick walk round. Just for your bearings, there's Yeoman's outside there through those doors, and here we are. And then, again, through those windows at the back there's another hall, and that's where Bonham's auction is. We'll be having a look in there later. Right, here we are then in the auction hall, but behind the barrier, so we can't go in just yet, but I've been offered a catalogue. My club member has already bought one, which is allowed to share with 2, so we'll go inside probably this afternoon. But what we're interested in is actually near the front here, and it's, let's try and zoom in a bit. There we go. Another A70. It says it needs recommissioning, but it looks standard, although you can tell that the tank's been repainted. It's not the same colour as the side panels. The side panels look original. Also, there's new badges on the tank as well, not been painted. Drooping indicators. Oh God, if I can show you. Black rear light unit, that's not right. But we'll go in later on and have a closer look at that, because also in the far corner over there's a couple of Hurricanes. A Rocket 3 here, Mark 1, and also, at the back there is the hall where the auction's going to take place with the seating and stuff. I don't know whether there's bikes in there or not. Anyway, not quite so many bikes here as before, I think. And there's another Hurricane, T160. Yeah, some interesting stuff in there, and if we can get in for on the back of somebody else's catalogue, all the better. Back later. Back in the Pembroke Hall, and one thing that's noticeable up this end, lots of empty space. Just gone 10:30, and outside the main entrance to the main hall there, the other end Bingley, on the main thoroughfare in, and it's getting quite busy, which is good to see. And also the weather's getting a bit warmer. The sun's trying to get out a little bit of a breeze. There you can see where the main ring is, which they don't use, and over there is all the old buggers camper van area. where we're based. And there's Yeoman's again on this corner. So yeah, there's the main hall. There's a map there, if you like. Totally out of perspective. Oh, carry on, boss. Yeah. So yeah, we've just been in there. There's Bonham's main hall. Main hall extends way over there, with reference to the area where the competition hall is would be sort of over there on that map. Oh, a bit confusing, I know. The camera won't turn. Just gone 11 o'clock, and yeah, we're busy. And they've not all come for a cup of tea. Yep, show's pretty much buzzing now. $20 to 12-ish, and yeah, people coming in, and it's nice and busy. I'm just at the back of the stage here that Henry Cole was on, in the centre of the hall. Vincent HRD is heaving.
Norton, the International Model 30, and I can see we have bids here left on my
2:15 in the afternoon. We're in Bonham's. We've been looking at BSA 70 Lightning. We'll go and have a look at it in a moment. We've got some concerns. Right, well, there's a few interesting twins and that in the auction. Silver Jubilee Bonnies, a Royal Wedding UK one, which is really nice, but there's also this, an A70. It is a genuine A70. It's supposed to be original, low mileage, but you look at it closely and you start having your doubts. You can see for a start the tank's a different colour to the side panels. So the tank, I think, is a replacement tank, been resprayed. Obviously got new badges. The badges have no paint in it on them. I think the head's been blasted, so that's been off. I also think the wheels have been rebuilt because the hubs look as though they've been painted. That's been painted, and unfortunately, in the catalogue it says there's no paperwork with it, and there are no keys. So we've been asking about it because it's definitely probably been imported. So we've asked if there's an import certificate, you know, Nova. Depends on when it was imported. There's a certificate that's pre-Nova called something like a 385 or a 386, I think, which I got with mine because it was so early. And they're hunting around at the moment to see if there's one of those, because without that you can't register it, and you've no proof that import duties have been paid on it. So beginning to wonder about this bike, really. It's also got later carbs on it, so it's got the extended ticklers, so I don't think this is original and restored at all. I think the frame is probably right, although it's got two Made in England stickers, one on each side, and it's also got a sticker on the headstock saying that this conforms to US specs as of the 1st of January 72. Well, it's built in June 71. So how do they know? So if anybody knows better than me, you know, let me know, but I don't think this bike is all that it seems. So just for those that are interested, here's the write-up in the catalogue, and you can see the relevant points there at the top. You know, not registered, no documentation, no keys. The engine number's genuine, so that is June 71 build. Tra-la-la. The machine displays a total of 7,939 miles. Nothing else is known of its history. Might require recommissioning or more extensive restoration. Sold strictly as viewed. No documents, no keys. Massive risk. Oh, well, it's now 5:10 on the Saturday afternoon, and apologies, the last couple of hours I couldn't film anything because the phone died and the show's now closed. People are either going home or making their way back to the camp overnight. Had a very busy afternoon on the club stand. I was on there for the last couple of hours or so. Signed up some new members, had long chats about everything under the sun, just about, but met some good people. So settled down for the evening. Weather's okay at the minute. There are one or two dark clouds about, but it's supposed to be a bit, so it's definitely a bit milder now. And we'll be back first thing tomorrow morning. And what I'll do tomorrow is just go up to the Trident Rocket 3 Owners Club stand. I've neglected the Rocket 3 a bit today. Right, I'll leave you with that. See you again soon. Have a nice evening. 7 o'clock Sunday morning, the fog. There's Ziggy waking up too. Gonna be a nice day. 20 to 8, the sun's arrived. Kettle's always on. Gonna be a nice day. Right, it's 8:10. The hall's not long opened for the people that are exhibited at the traders, etc. So I thought I'd just do a quick walk around the BSA Owners Club stand with the gimbal. So let's just take it from a distance. We're in the main hall, and with respect to the stands that are over here, they've put these partitions up, if you like, which sort of compartmentalises it a little bit, but it makes it very discreet. Anyway, at the front we've got just a table with some info on, and also with the technology for dating and stuff like that. And then we've got, I didn't choose the order of these, so I didn't put this at the front. There's my A70. There is an A70 in the auction today, so we're going to go over and have a look at that later on. But for those that don't know, 1971 A70 Lightning, one of 202 that were built. There are only about 50 left, we think. Shouldn't really be a grey frame. Built in June 71. Built to homologate the 750 motor for AMA dirt track racing in the States for the works teams. I restored it about 6 years or so ago, bought it from Yeoman's. The bike had been re-imported in 1980 in a hell of a bloody mess, and you can see elsewhere on the channel there's a playlist for it where I restored it, and you'll see some pics of when I got it. It's thrown its rod and God knows what, but luckily I hadn't damaged the cases. Anyway, enough of that. Right. Got an interesting sort of personalised bobber based upon an M21. So here we go. This is owned by and built by Ivan Council, Horbridge. Got a hydraulic clutch, Suzuki hub on the front, Royal Enfield hub on the rear, homemade petrol tanks. Just looking at some other information on it. So that it rides like a camel on roller skates and kick like a mule. You want to know about kickback? Try starting this. So there we go. I'll just give you a pic of that so you can read it at your leisure. Next up, Michael's C15 Trials, Mike Griffiths. First C15 rolling chassis built, I believe. What did it say with the machine details? Mike, what did it say? First C15C trials machine. I've never heard of a C15C. I'll have to know about that. C15T. Maybe his typing was a bit off. Anyway, a well used and enjoyed bike, and does look the part, doesn't it? Very functional. Then at the back of the stand, we've got a few banners, a bit of a seating area. We've got the stationary cutaway of, I think it's an A10. Don't quote me on that, as you know, I'm not a pre-unit man. Oh dear, God. Come on, gimbal, sort yourself out. There we go. Next machine up is Veteran. I don't know this, a round tank. Let's have a look. 1925, exhibited by Colin Podmore. It's a B series round tank produced to meet demand for cheap entry-level machines in the early 1920s. And a few interesting facts there about the rear brake, etc. as well. So again, let me give you a pic of these info boards, which Steve made up for each of the machines, which is very good of him actually, rather than using the sort of standard show bits of card which you're filling with a bloody pen. Just trying to work out what that is on the front. So it's to do with the, I think, the assignment of the registration. Isn't that fascinating? I love stuff like that. Right, next up, I presume, B31, but don't quote me on that. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's Steve Foden's M33. Oops. Sorry, Steve. Just shows you how thick I am with the earlier bikes. Give me something 70s and I'm fine. Very nicely turned out. Now, in the old days when there was a British Bike Club in Market Harbour where I live, there was one of the members did have an M33 then in Brunswick green, and it looked beautiful. And I was reading up on this one here, Steve Foden's here, yesterday, and it's to do with, I think, providing a machine pre-B31 that gave more power than the M20 and M21. That's right. So again, let me show you the machine details. Well, this thing's got a mind of its own today, sorry about that. Next up, Andrew Gibson's B25 Starfire 1968. And obviously the motor that eventually powered the, essentially the same motor, a bit tuned up, that powered the B25 SS, which in 1971 power set oil in framers. Again, another nicely turned out bike. I'll have to try and find out what that colour is, but that isn't the that isn't aircraft blue. I can't remember what it is. Okay, let me give you the details. You'll have to blow that up. Next to that, in a similar colour, a Spitfire, beautiful Spitfire Scrambler, all by Hayden Powell, 1960. Obviously produced for the export market. There's Hayden's fact sheet. Doesn't say when it was re-imported. Anyway, what a machine. And then finally Ziggy's Gold Star. Ziggy Gurkha B34, customised to his taste, as you can see, and also with a more modern carb and electric start. Fired it up and ran it in on Friday. And finally, let me just give you details of that for those that are interested. Okay, there we are. That was a walk around at the stand. Very busy yesterday. Signed up some new members, and we'll hopefully be busy today. But Sunday's usually not quite so busy. Anyway, time now 8:25. Right, as I've got a Rocket 3 on the Trident Rocket 3 Owners Club stand, then let's go and get a bit of a walk around on that one. Right, here we are on the balcony, Trident Rocket 3 Owners Club stand, which we saw briefly in the last couple of days. Front of the stand we've got the cutaway Rocket 3 in the custody of Jim Lyon at the moment. Going from the left and around, Jeff Bingham's dragster called Hedgehog. Little like Amel Mark II concentrics on that. And a Rocket 3. And I think, oh, it's, that says T150. Oh yeah, upright motor, yeah, but slanted, slightly canted forward maybe. T150, sorry. Then we've got the old gal, my A75V Rocket 3 Mark II, 71. I didn't restore it cosmetically, but I've done a lot to the engine. Had it a number of years. Love riding that. One of the batch of 200 5-speeders built in January 71. And they were all grey framed, firecracker red. And we got Joe Perfect's T150. Joe's the event secretary of the TR3OC. So it's all a bit squeezed up here, and we've got a really nice Mark 1 Rocket 3, and it's Mr. Newman. Is that Vic Newman? I don't know, to be honest. Anyway, machine details for you. Exported, then re-imported 83. He's had it since 83. Full illustration in 87. Sold and then bought back. I do things like that. Engine recently refreshed and just put an electric starter on it.
So they keep doing it again.
Right, this is, sorry I can't get back far enough. Jim Lyons, Rob North. Jim is the husband of Joy Lyon, who is the PRO for the TR3OC.
So then, and then he said, and then I said to him, I rung him up, I said, you know, you've renewed 3 times in the last 15 minutes. He said, you paid 3 times. And what had happened?
Recommissioned 2022, reduced from 830 to 750 to make it more road friendly. Okie dokie. I've never ridden a Rob North, and my bones would creak probably sitting on that.
Debit card. So I then had to get on the bottom to change that. Now that I come on the bank off, a guy in Scotland.
Anyway, the old classic with the letterbox fairing too.
5-year one.
Next to that, the late Martin Russell's built parallelogram Rocket 3 racer. I think, as I said briefly in a previous clip, God, this is messing about, and it's going to drive me to bloody drink.
Did 3 times. So that were about 5:30.
There we go.
So I picked it up.
I've seen it raced by
problem was with that one.
Tim Woolley at Cadwell. It's still in the family, so it's been presented by
So his membership went to 2040.
Martin's wife,
So I
Kate.
rang you up at 8 o'clock and said, yeah, you know, is it gone to yeah? I said, right. So I sent an email to Bob, attached the 2 emails.
Martin's business was Russell Racing, and
Can you reimburse
Martin was a very skilled engineer, and he made some parts for me for my Fury, and sold me some Fury parts.
When I sent the email to Bob,
There we go, an interesting bike.
copied it to Rich and said to Rich, is this something we can put in within the membership side of the website that says if you get a rejection, leave it for 2 hours, and then you can log in, go to your profile, and look at the top, it says your membership is placed.
And there we are, a couple of members in deep conversation, including Tom, who's the merchandise secretary. And to finish off, the details on the cutaway. There you are, it looks a bit gloomy in there, but it's not as gloomy as it looks. And yeah, I think the general consensus is, you know, we're a bit sort of tucked away here, but in the future they're going to get hopefully downstairs in the main hall. Right, there we are. Back later when we're going to try and view the A70 Lightning that's in the Bonham auction, and we'll try and see what that goes for, the one that we've got a few reservations of. But while we're here on the gimbal, there we go, there's a general view of the main hall with exhibitors and traders coming in, fettle bits and pieces before the show opens again to the general public, I think at 10 o'clock, so time for a cup of tea. Quick clip while it's quiet. This is the main stage that we saw Henry on yesterday, and at the front of the stage is a selection of Brough Superiors, which is sort of a featured mark. There's, for reference, there's the main entrance down the bottom there. I'm sorry. Now all I know is that there's SS80s, which I believe are the 750 matchless motor, and the SS100s, which are the big Japs, I think, but I'm a thicko when it comes to Brough, so if I'm wrong, please don't malign me too much. There we go. SS80 100 outfit with a Staub sidecar. It says SS100 Work Scrapper Racer. Campaigned at one point by George Brough, so it doesn't specifically say Works bike, but implies it. Very functional. Imagine flying along at that when it achieved nearly 130 miles an hour. Imagine the noise. Oh. Now there's a bike here I saw, I noticed it yesterday, so SS100 again, but it says show replica. It doesn't say what it means by that. And then finally another SS100 in beautiful condition. So no SS80s. There might be a reason for that, I don't know, I can't remember the significance of having the SS100s here. But good to see anyway. Okay, cup of tea. I had to. I'd heard that on the Hednesford stand there's a couple, and there are. And one of them, that one over there, is Jackie Wright's. That's Jackie Wright's, that one, isn't it? Yeah. Is Jackie coming in today? Ah, right, okay, yeah, I know Jackie, yeah. I've got one of these things myself. I've got one.
You want to sell it?
What?
You want to sell it? Jackie's after more.
She's after more, she's mad. We've always got a soft spot for these. T25 SS for sale. 2,450. Bloody hell. Can't quite work that out.
All engines been done. That started all engine heads tapping.
Twenty past 12 on the Sunday, and yeah, reasonably busy. Quite a good buzz. Not quite as busy as yesterday. We did go and check on that A70 Lightning that was in Bonham's auction, and it went for 7,500. So I think whoever bought that doesn't realise that it has been messed with a little bit, but it is a genuine A70. So I'm pleasantly surprised how much money it fetched, bearing in mind it needs commissioning as well. Whereas other bikes now, a couple of nice Mark 1 Rocket 3s went for 5,500, 6,000. T160 Trident was about 6,000 as well, I think. But anyway, of course, we've got to be mindful of the fact that with the auctions and that, people realise they've got to pay 15% commission plus VAT, so it makes it a bit more expensive. But there we are. So we'll have a pretty leisurely afternoon, and then round about 4 o'clock we'll start breaking down. I'll do a few more clips of us winding down. and moseying the way home. There you go, just a quick follow-up from the last clip. There's, as I was stood in front of the stand, I didn't actually give you a shot, but yeah, bit slack at the minute, but it's beautiful outside. The sun's shining, it's warming up, so we'll go out and have a cup of tea in the sunshine. It's gone 1 o'clock on the Sunday, and yeah, busy again. At the top there as well. Yeah, all of a sudden it's busy. There's a nice all-in frame Tiger in Pacific Blue. Got a highly commended award, and quite rightly too, actually. What year is it? So this is the Trident Power Plan. 73, a bit later on. Oh, of course, disc brake. Yeah, missed that. Disc brake. Anyway, yeah, essentially the same rolling chassis as the my clunkers. We're breaking down. It's 4:30. They're all streaming out, although up on the balcony where the TR3OC stand is, I don't think they're going to let us out down the ramp until 5 o'clock. But anyway, we can get the lightning off the BSAOC stand now. It's all going, they're all itching to get out, even though we're all officially early, but it happens every time. Start breaking down at about 3:30 normally. Sorry, a bit jittery. So we're going to push the lightning out the other end as we're on the ground floor, and we'll fire it up and ride it back to camp. But I haven't got the GoPro on, so I can't film any of it, but I'll try and film it ticking over when we get back to camp. And they've opened up the balcony shutter upstairs, so we can come straight back and get the Rocket 3. 4:45 in the other hall, just about empty. I couldn't start the bloody lightning. I'm still puffing, even though I had a leisurely push back. So we're going up to the balcony now, get the Rocket 3. If I need to, I'll bump it down the ramp. Let's see. I did ride her back, honest. I'm not out of puff, and she's all right. So we'll get her on the trailer in a minute. Get the keys away. The lightning's at the front there, just in front of the van. You can just see it peeping there. We'll get that round, have a breather, and then we'll push them up on the trailer. A conglomeration of BSAs. So it's early the next morning. The phone died yesterday, so I didn't get a video of wagons rolling, leaving the site, but got them back on the trailer all right. Home safe and sound. Rocket 3 and the Lightning. So we had certainly had a successful show on the BSA Owners Club stand, signed up some new members, got some renewals. Certainly when I was up at the Trident Rocket 3 Owners Club stand, there were people asking about BSAOC 31 rally tickets, so that's good. And yeah, it was busy on Saturday, not quite so busy on Sunday, but still plenty of people about, Weatherport people out, so that was good. But there were, as you saw, some spaces are both outside and inside in the second hall, so waning a little, I think. But anyway, we had a great time, the guys on the stand, so it was certainly worthwhile for us. Got the bikes out, and in the case of these two, they did get ridden in the ground as well. Right, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. thanks for your interest and any comments, any subscriptions too. And we'll see you all again soon when we're going to be carrying on with the B25 SS painting. That needs to be done in the next week or so. What's today? The 28th of April. It's got to be done the next week or so. And we've got that on the bench to do the ignition timing, and you can see I've already drained out its sumped oil as always. Right, I'm babbling on. Cheers everyone, thanks a lot, bye.